What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to This Week in Esports and Gaming, the show where we talk about the latest and greatest in business happenings for gaming, esports, and creator news. I'm your host, Mark Kai. We're here for the second week of January 2024. Let's dive right into it. For our first top three story, unfortunately, 2024 has announced basically its first round of layoffs. So it started off with a similar headline to 2023 in gaming and esports layoffs. Unfortunately, this continues to be the streak in the industry. So here are just a few that have taken place over the last couple weeks, and this is not all of them as well. So please comment down below if you know other companies or people that have gotten affected. The streaming giant Twitch, they announced layoffs of around 35% of its staff, or around 500 employees. The platform Discord have cut around 17% of its workforce, around 170 staff. The tech platform Unity, they've announced around 25% of its cut to its workforce, or loss of around 1,800 people. Playtika have reduced its staff by around 10%, which is around 400 people. Bossa Studios laid off around 33% of its staff, or around 19 people. The indie publisher Versus Evil was shut down completely, which affected all 13 staff. And Gearbox-owned Lost Boys Interactive announced layoffs of around 37%, which is at least over 150 people laid off. So for those of you who are looking for support, I would recommend you checking out 𝗠𝗿𝗶, who has a lot of resources, a plethora of resources on careers in gaming, and I'll share a link to those community resources in the comments as well. He's doing amazing work to support those who are looking for resources who've been affected by a lot of these layoffs recently. So I advise you check out his profile and resources if you haven't already. Steam is breaking player record numbers. The number of continuously concurrent online users has newly peaked at 33,675,229. This comes after the previous record was set in March of 2023 with 33,598,520. So a couple tens of thousands more players. Evidently, popular games vary quite a bit from platform to platform, but the top games on Steam recently have continued to be AAA titles like CS2, Dota 2, PUBG, Apex Legends, and Knockout Blade Point. The record also comes after research from the Video Game Insights showed that the top 10 games released in 2023 made up 61% of full game revenue generated by all games released in 2023. So only 10 titles made up 61% of the revenue. That's quite insane here. Interestingly enough as well, Video Game Insights research also shows that top games in 2023 tended to be more focused on high quality premium games and less on microtransactions, with only 25% of games being 1 million plus units sold having microtransactions, which is actually a decrease from previous years. I'll be curious to see if this number of record players on Steam will increase in the future. I would also potentially love to see a breakdown of Steam users by region and how each region is increasing or decreasing over time. ByteDance are potentially looking to sell its gaming business. ByteDance has officially confirmed it's in talks with multiple potential buyers to sell its video game operations after potential reports came out in November of 2023. As reported by Coco Feng of South China Morning Post, ByteDance confirmed that it's actually selling Nuverse in its negotiations with Tencent regarding a potential acquisition here. This comes as ByteDance was lowering the valuation of its gaming studios in an attempt to actually get that deal closed. ByteDance also started restructuring its big games business in an attempt to focus on long-term strategic growth areas, given less than 1% of their first half of 2023 revenue came from gaming. ByteDance has also spent around $4.2 billion in acquisitions and investments in gaming between 2019 and 2022, with Yan Shou at the head of ByteDance Gaming, but seemingly has not made a significant return on these large investments. Not to mention, not much was actually mentioned about Moonton Games, the company behind popular esport title Mobile Legends Bang Bang, in this recent round of news, but the official company memo from Moonton Games in November of 2023 stated that it will maintain independent operations and that the company has continued to grow on a global scale, including its esports operations. So as we know from last week's TWIEG episode, the Chinese government has been on a bit of a roller coaster ride with its gaming policy. ByteDance aiming to sell its gaming business doesn't really seem unreasonable, as previously stated the revenue is not that high for them, and given their focus on TikTok, Douyin, CapCut, and other product lines from the company. As far as partnerships go, Riot Games have partnered with LG, Nestle, HP, and Kia. The LG partnership covers the LEC, and we'll see LG Ultra Gear be LEC's monitor partner for 2024 and 2025 seasons. Additionally, in-game replays will be sponsored by LG. The Nestle deal will focus on a 3-year partnership renewal with the KitKat brand, with KitKat remaining as the LEC, EMEA Masters, and EMEA Regional League's main partner until 2026. This includes activations during technical pauses, championship selection, as well as visibility across the divided national leagues. The HP deal encompasses both Omen by HP and HyperX brands, with both brands supporting the Valorant Champions Tour, League of Legends, and Teamfight Tactics events globally by providing hardware for all competitions. And the Kia partnership focuses on the LCS, and we'll see Kia be the first sponsor for the new multi-lane camera view, with additional digital banners in the top lane and presenter of the Kia LCS All-Pro team. Alienware have partnered with the University of Colorado Boulder. This partnership will feature Alienware laptops, PCs, and peripherals in a physical space, as well as a broadcast studio, lounge area for gamers of all skills to come and actually enjoy the space. Named the Alienware Buffalo Esports and Gaming Lounge, the 1,200 square foot space will actually house 19 Alienware Aurora R16 desktops, 3 Alienware M16 gaming laptops, peripherals, and a console area, as well as a general scholarship in this $1.2 million donation from Alienware. Optic Gaming have partnered with FanDuel. The partnership will encompass various activations such as logo placement for FanDuel on Optic's jerseys, as well as promotional codes from Optic to FanDuel bets. Talon partnered with PUBG. Talon has joined the PUBG Mobile Super League for Southeast Asia, which means that they'll be one of 20 partner teams competing for a spot in the PUBG Mobile Global Championship at the end of the year, which has a prize pool of $3 million. Astralis have partnered with Red Bull. The multi-year partnership will see both parties work on content activations and Red Bull being incorporated into the Astralis Nexus Gaming Center. Logo placements will also take place on jerseys, of course. iRacing.com has partnered with IndyCar. This multi-year licensing agreement will see IndyCar Series branding be featured across a variety of iRacing events and leagues, and iRacing Indianapolis 500 will also return to the iRacing Special Events calendar for 2024 as well. Moonton Games partnered with IO Esports. The two groups will work together on a new academy league in the country called the MLBB Academy League Malaysia. This will be the official developmental league for MLBB Esports in Malaysia and will take place at the same time as the MPL Malaysia. As far as finance and M&A goes, Esports Wales have raised up to 50,000 British pounds. Esports Wales saw the round come from Media Simru's development fund, and this will be used to complete its project called Esports Wales, a new game planned for Wales, which should presumably aim to spur more gaming and esports activity in the country. Second Dinner have raised a $100 million Series B. The round is led by Griffin Gaming Partners, and for reference, Second Dinner is the dev behind popular game Marvel Snap. They will use the funds to develop new titles, incubate an original IP, and continue growing the company. Arena X Labs have raised $6 million. The funds will be used to build a new PvP fighting game and develop similar titles using AI-powered characters and technology. They will release this in beta later in 2024 and work on a Web3 version of the game, which will also allow users to compete for rewards. A lot of workforce changes this week. Nikolai Nyholm has been appointed the CEO of Astralis. He was the founder and CEO of Astralis for 8 months in 2019 and 2020, then was elevated to the chairman of the board. He now returns to the CEO position as the current CEO Anders Horschel stepped down to become a strategic advisor, so they kind of switched spots essentially. Nikolai was also the founder and CEO of Blast in the past, so he also knows his stuff in gaming and esports, and he holds a degree from Tufts University. Adrian Montgomery has been appointed the interim CEO of Enthusiast Gaming. He takes on this role that he actually formerly held after Nick Bryan announced his retirement of CEO as CEO of Enthusiast Gaming earlier. Adrian's experience in the past outside of Enthusiast Gaming comes from Rogers Communication, Tuckamore Capital Management, and QM Environmental. He holds an MBA and Bachelor of Law from McGill University. Maria Shervona has been appointed CEO of DevGam. Maria has been with DevGam for nearly 10 years now and was promoted from her most recent role as COO. Before DevGam, she spent 2 years as a PR and social media manager for Renatus, and she holds a master's in language interpretation and translation from Zaporizhia National University. Shuji Otsumi has been appointed CEO of Sega America and Europe. Shuji's most recently stint with Sega started in 2019, where he was the CSO and GM of Asia and Japan studios. He also spent time with Sega in the 90s doing product development, and he was also the president and COO of Warner Music Japan and spent time with Disney and PlayStation in the past as well, so he definitely knows his stuff in the gaming and entertainment space. He holds an MBA from the University of Pennsylvania. Natalia Tatarchuk has joined Activision as the new Chief Technology Officer. Natalia is well seasoned on the technical side as she was the VP for Vita Tools and the Chief Architect at Unity in the past as well, where she spent 7 years. Before that, she was at Bungie as the Graphics Lead and Engineering Architect for 8 years, and she holds a Master's in Computer Science from Harvard University. Paul Kingsley joins Guild Esports as the CFO. Paul was most recently the CFO for Unidays and was a CFO for Edge in the past as well, and he has a good amount of executive experience in finance and beyond from his previous roles too. He holds a bachelor's in economics from the London School of Economics. Andrew Bender joins Electronic Arts as a brand partnerships manager. Andrew was previously with Wargaming for nearly 2.5 years, serving as a product marketing manager for World of Warships. He was also doing digital marketing with Aldi in the past, and he holds a bachelor's in marketing from Olivet Nazarene University. Eagle Strunke has joined Starbreeze Entertainment as his Chief Strategy Officer. Eagle was previously the COO at Embracer Group from 2019 to 2023 and was also the Nordic Sales Director for 20th Century Fox from 2014 to 2019. He holds a bachelor's degree from Stockholm University. Nick McKnight joined Super Streaming as the COO. Nick was previously a partner at Hirsch Interactive Group working on media investments with Discord, Animoca Brands, and Optic Gaming and others among some of those names that he worked on. Before that, he spent time at a private family office and Dimensional Fund Advisors as well, and he holds a bachelor's in finance from Indiana University. As far as new stuff goes, NetEase Games have introduced a minor mode across many of their products. The new mode is designed to restrict usage for younger players with access to games, and will also have other features like user-friendly on-click content filtering for parents and access to the NetEase parental care platform as well. That's it for this week in esports and gaming. Thank you so much for tuning in. Credit to the authors and brands themselves for the images and information provided. Shout out once again to James Fudge and the Esports Advocate crew for all they do. Go check out their link in the comments down below. And as I mentioned, please check out 𝗠𝗿𝗶's links for community resources for those looking for careers in gaming if you might have been impacted by the layoffs recently. As always, everybody, if you do appreciate this and maybe someone else in your network appreciates this, either tag them down below or just share this with your network, and have a great day, everybody.